Chad Simmons of FoxSportsScout.com here with Scout 300 corner Wesley Green, Martin Luther King High School, Lithonia, Georgia. Wesley, it's been some up and downs in the recruiting game, I would say, just talking to you off camera. He says it's getting pretty tough. You got roughly a month and a half to go until you sign with someone, and it's down to two schools, Georgia and South Carolina. If people don't know, you were previously committed to South Carolina. Let's talk about the Gamecocks first and just really where you stand there. And I guess the first thing, address, why you opened the recruitment back up and where you're at now with South Carolina.
Well, the reason why I opened my recruitment back up because I felt as if I jumped the gun a little too early because I was still early in my recruiting process, and I felt as if I didn't give everyone a fair chance. So I just opened it back up. I just see different options and what other coaches, what school had to offer for me and what would be best for my family.
And where do you guys stand now? I know you guys are right back at it. They're recruiting you. You're looking at them. Mm-hmm. Is it back to kind of where it was as far as high interest there?
Yes, sir. It's back to high interest. I really never lost interest in them. I just felt as if, as I said, I jumped the gun. So there was never no feelings lost, no feelings gained with that decision. But we still keep a good conversation going, keep in contact and all that. And
your main recruiter is what, Lorenzo Ward?
Yes, Coach Ward and Coach Brown.
Brown's the defensive back coach, Ward defensive coordinator. Mm-hmm. Talk about that defense and maybe how you see yourself fitting in if you do go to Carolina.
If I do go to Carolina, I felt as if I fit pretty well in there because I know they play with boundary corners. I think I'll play against the slot pretty well. I just feel as if they work really hard, and I think I could go in there, bust my butt, and get on the field pretty quick.
Yeah, I think once you open things back up, I believe your first visit was to Georgia. Maybe the LSU game, I want to say somewhere right around that time, you went to the Georgia game. Georgia was in there early. They offered you early in the recruitment. They're back in the game, like you said. They're pretty much neck and neck at what you've told me in the past. What is it about Georgia that's put them in maybe your final two?
Well, when I visited Georgia, when they played LSU, I actually went to, that was my first time going to an actual game. And when I got there, it felt pretty good. The environment was right. People there, they had so much energy, and I like that a lot. That's what I love. I love energy from others because when I'm on the football field, I feed off energy because I'm at corner, so I love it. But it was just a pretty good fit when I got there. The coaches, they all, that's everywhere you're going to go, but the coaches, they really liked me a lot. I felt pretty safe and secure there. I know a lot of people there from all over, from around Georgia, from camps and whatnot. But I felt pretty comfortable there. That's what made me have Georgia and South Carolina neck and neck right now.
You've had both schools here at your school, at your home over the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Is there a lot of similarities there? I mean, as far as their pitch to you on why you should choose their school, or are they coming at you in different ways?
Well, I would say they'll come at me in different ways, but they give me the same thing. They just present it differently. With South Carolina, they let me know how I'll fit into their program, what they'll do to improve my skills, try to get me to the next level. They telling me how I could fit into their scheme that they play. Or with Georgia, they let me know not the exact same thing, but the same thing. They just let me know they run 6 corners on the field. Nickel, they telling me I could play nickel pretty well for them. They like my technique, and they think they can get me better as well.
A big thing for you is playing early.
Yes, sir.
Do you see the opportunity at both schools, or does one, see a little bit more opportunity quicker than the other?
I don't really see an opportunity quicker for any other one. I know I have to go in and work my butt off, But anywhere I go, I know I'm going to have to work hard to get in to start. But,
for you, is this decision when it comes down, whether it be late January, signing day, when it happens, is this strictly your decision? Or do you have, a support group, with your family, or kind of take me through that a little bit?
Well, yes, sir. I'm actually going to sit down and talk to my dad about it. What would be best for my academics? What's going to be best for after college? Because at the NFL, or if I make it to the NFL, after that, I'm going to need some type of degree. So we're going to sit down and talk about what's going to be best for academics, what's going to help me get my degree, what's going to help me get to the next level. But my main person I'm talking to right now is my father.
At this point, does he kind of have his favorite in his mind?
At this moment in time, no, he doesn't. Well, yeah, he does. He's like in Georgia right now.
What does that weigh into your decision? If he says Georgia, or Carolina, Will that influence, you think, you come the time you do sign that paper?
Yes and no, because I'm going to be the one who has to play football there, live there, go to school there. So, yes and no to that question, but I think it's really going to be on me. Yeah. I would like his opinion, but it's mainly going to be on me as well.
Yeah. Do you wake up every day thinking a different school? I mean, do you go to bed thinking, man, I might look good in Columbia. Man, I'd like to play in Athens one day. You know what I mean?
It's crazy that you said it, because I was actually saying that to myself, like, man, I could look pretty good in that red and black. I think I might look good in that green and black. Like, but I actually do the same thing. I wake up every morning, do a little workout, push-ups, just think about where I could be in the next 3 years. But that's what I do.
I mean, you're probably going to take official visits to both schools in January.
Yes, sir.
How crucial will those be? You know, when you get on that campus for 48 hours and really be able to see what the student life is like, you know, really see the coaches face-to-face, ask the questions you may have to ask, get those answers, be around the players. How crucial are those visits going to be for you?
They're going to be very crucial, because the next month will be signing day. So right now it's going to be crunch time. So I'm just going to ask the question that I need to ask, and hopefully I make the right decision from that point on.
Is this going to be off a gut feeling? Is this going to be off a checklist of pros and cons for Carolina and Georgia? I mean, it's going to be about just where your heart says to go. What do you think it comes down to?
I think it may come down to whatever I feel best, you know, whatever fits me best, where I'm comfortable going to school, because as I said before, I'm going to be the one going to that school every day, waking up in the morning, working hard. So wherever I feel comfortable with going, that's where I think I may go.
How much are you looking forward to getting this decision out of the way, the final decision, and being done, signing that letter of intent, faxing it over to Columbia or Athens, and being done with the process?
Wait. It's been since 10th grade I've been going through this. I'm ready to get it over with and finally make the best decision to get on to the next level.
Wesley, always a pleasure talking to you, man. Thanks so much for your time. Best of luck.
Thank you.